All right, football fans and Justin Timberlake fans alike. I just wanted to do a video in regards to Justin Timberlake's about 13 or 15-minute halftime performance at the big game on Sunday, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on it. I'm going to be honest here. I didn't think that it was a bad performance per se, because if anything, I respect Justin Timberlake because I love his extensive catalog of music. Like, he has hits for days. And I remember watching his Netflix well, it was a concert he did that he posted on Netflix. I believe it was him and the Nashville Kids, I believe was the name of the group he was with, and it was just phenomenal. But when it came down to the Super Bowl performance, and maybe this is because it was only condensed to like 13 or 15 minutes, I felt like, a lot of songs were kind of rushed through because, well, I get it. I mean, it's a limited time slot, and he was trying to get through a lot of his songs. It felt like a lot of the songs that were done weren't done long enough for me to actually sink in. Don't get me wrong, at the beginning, like Sexy Back and Can't Stop This Feeling, I really got into it. But overall, I felt like the performance was a bit meh. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the guy's almost 40 years old. He was up there dancing and whatnot. It was impressive, the way he was able to move like that. But at some point, it's kind of like, maybe the Usher thing or the Michael Jackson or whatever you're trying to do. Maybe it's time to do something else. I mean, this isn't, like me being a hater or anything like that, because again, I love Justin Timberlake. I thought, like, in terms of like, even though he was kind of older, but he looked great, I felt like that was during his 2020 experience era. And now it's kind of like, well, you kind of see the crow's feet and everything, but it's like, oh man. But hey, he still has the moves, but I feel like, maybe it's time to kind of, put those on the bench and move towards something else. And in some spots, the actual audio is a bit off. I mean, let me know if I'm wrong, but I felt like a lot of people felt the same way because when it was uploaded to YouTube, I rewatched the performance and I saw some people pointing it out. Now, I'm not going to say the Prince thing was, disrespectful and whatnot. I do believe that, it was mentioned by Prince himself that he didn't want to be, like, brought back to life in the form of a hologram or whatnot. Now, I'm not saying whether or not that has anything to do with the performance, but some people are saying that Justin Timberlake did that on purpose to, boost up his own performance and make his name greater by using Prince. But in my opinion, I feel like he was paying homage to the Purple One, and it was in his town or city to begin with. So if anything, I thought it wasn't in bad taste. Honestly, I feel like I would rather have seen Prince on like that projector and whatnot, singing "I Would Die for You," than having like the hologram projection, like in some specials where Michael Jackson's on stage at an award show or something like that. Honestly, I didn't see what was too wrong with it. That's just my opinion. I love Prince, I love Michael Jackson, James Brown, Justin Timberlake. I just feel like people nowadays are just looking for the next thing to be offended by. I mean, well, give it about 48 hours and people will just forget about the performance and just move on to something else to be pissed off about. But I didn't see anything wrong with it. Overall, the performance was eh. I mean, I've seen better Super Bowl performances. Like Bruno Mars was probably like the last great show that had me up out of my chair dancing. Like, I loved it that much. Don't get me wrong, Can't Stop This Feeling, Can't Stop the Feeling, that's hands down one of my top JT songs. No matter what I'm doing, no matter where I am, when that song comes on, I'm automatically in a good mood. It's like I feel like Can't Stop the Feeling is kind of like Justin Timberlake's version of, and I'm not saying copying, but I mean in terms of feel good songs. Like, it's like the restart button if you're having a bad day. I feel like Can't Stop the Feeling is kind of like Michael Jackson's Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Like, as soon as that beat comes on, like as soon before any words are spoken, when you hear that beat, it's like, oh yeah, that's my jam. That's how I feel with that song. It was great. So overall, I wouldn't say the performance was bad. It was a bit like in my opinion. Let me know if you loved it. I mean, if anything, just seeing the new design, or let me just say, it looks like Pepsi brought back the old brand. I mean, the old label or logo it used to have. Like when Jimmy Fallon, was drinking the can. I was just like, wait a minute. I remember that. And now it made me want a Pepsi. But hey, if anything else, that advertisement made me want to get a Pepsi, if that helps. But overall, I thought the halftime show was, I've seen better, but it was impressive, though. I did like, the choreography and whatnot. But those are just my 2 cents on it. Let me know what you thought about Justin Timberlake's halftime performance. What did you think of the Prince tribute? If anything, I thought it was just a homage to the Purple One, as well as being in his city. I didn't see anything wrong with it, but that's just me. So let me know your thoughts below, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already to get great content on this channel.